has been signed between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda over the civil war there. The war being primarily between the Congolese government and the M23 rebel group. And Rwanda is accused of being the sponsor of the M23 group, although they deny that. But, signing on to the peace agreement certainly undermines that argument, such as it is. The war in Congo has been going on and off since 1994, around the Rwandan genocide and the move from the country being a Cold War bastion of the United States named Zaire to being what it is today, and losing that American backing really created sort of institutional weakness in that country. Their M23 aren't the only rebel group that's working on Congolese soil. FDLR is also operating on their soil. Both countries, Rwanda and Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, accuse each other of being the source of this war. Having a peace agreement is certainly a good thing. The idea here is to get a permanent ceasefire, to disarm the rebel groups, to allow refugees to return to their homes, to have accountability for atrocities, and launch new economic partnerships. As I'm sure you can guess, Trump is very focused on that new economic partnerships element of it. So that gets us to why Trump is interested. We know that Trump wants to be seen as a peacemaker. We're seeing him make serious efforts in Ukraine. We've seen him make serious efforts in Gaza as well. He's renamed the U.S. Institute of Peace into the Trump Institute of Peace, although he did gut it first and take away a lot of its funding, meaning that some people question how much commitment he actually has to peace. But putting his name on it is very important to him. But then also there's the reason everyone's always been interested in Congo, and that's all the unique deposits and minerals that only can be found in Congo. Things like coltan, cobalt, tungsten, gold, diamonds. They've got everything in Congo. Some of those minerals, like um, coltan and cobalt, are only available in Congo and are the basis for cell phones and the laptops that we use. They allow you to create these electronic devices that are very light and don't easily get warmed up, and do it cheaply. And one of the things that Trump wants through this deal is to get on the ground floor for American companies, possibly also for himself, to profit from it. Trump did say very clearly everybody is going to make a lot of money, which is probably a very truthful statement. The United States has been competing with the Gulf states, and in particular with China, over these resources, and this gives it a leg up in that regard. And so if we look at some of the money that's involved, coltan is a 30 to 50 uh, billion-dollar industry annually. Congo supplies about 70% of the world's cobalt, which is valued at over 13 billion. Um, so there is a lot of money to be made here, and those are the two main elements: money and prestige, that Trump is pursuing here. The fact that that the United States is behind it and that both leaders have signed it means that there is some chance that this could work, and there's economic incentives for everyone. Everyone's going to make a lot of money that's involved. But there's really good reason to believe that this isn't going to work. First of all, there's been several ceasefires already signed, and M23 has not surrendered its arms, has not stopped fighting. It's been willing to sometimes lower the level of the conflict. Mistrust and weak enforcement have undermined previous deals. It's not clear how this one is really going to be different. The most sensitive and difficult part of these deals is always getting the groups to disarm and getting them reintegrated into society. That's going to be incredibly difficult to do, and is the kind of sensitive follow through that the Trump administration does not excel at, to put it mildly. If we're looking at what's happening in Gaza now, for example, um, The FDLR and the M23 want a significant share of profits, uh, and that will mean that they will probably continue to harass the area, and that could cut into the ability of capitalist concerns to make money off the region. It's not, and because Rwanda has never really admitted to its part in undermining this, and other countries in the region like Burundi, countries like Qatar that have been part of the destabilization there aren't even part of the deal. It's unlikely that stability is really going to be the result of this. Burundi, in particular, by being left out, could be the spoiler in the deal. You always have to look at who could be the spoilers. Not all the stakeholders uh, who are relevant to this deal are involved. And then China has an interest in undermining this in order to make profits off it. Qatar, same thing. And then you have a lot of illegal traders and smugglers who don't want to see an end to their action by corporatizing the area and making it more mainstream. The problem with Trump's peace deals, what we're seeing is that he's very good at getting headlines. He's very good at getting um, deals signed. He's not going to follow through on the ground, which requires very patient, painstaking minutia involving all of the stakeholders involved. And that's why the most likely outcome for this is that this will just be a piece of paper, ultimately, perhaps signaling a year or two of increased stability before the region will once again plummet into instability. But the main thing that Trump wants out of this is headlines and some money. That is a lot more attainable than actual peace.